Hey everybody, Johan Magnusson here, Big Swede BBQ, and today we're making a salt-baked striped sea bass on the Pro 5 from WPPO. So the first thing that we want to do is to get the fire going in the oven, and you can probably get away with only using a couple of chunks of pecan wood because we only need the oven to hit about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So while we're waiting for the oven to get up to temp, it's time to prepare the striped sea bass. And salt baking it is actually a perfect way to cook sea bass. It's a white fish, it's easy to overcook, but the combination that you get from steaming and roasting, like you will when you salt bake it, will cook this fish perfectly every single time. So let's start preparing. The first step when preparing the salt-baked sea bass is to mix together 3 pounds of coarse kosher salt, 3 egg whites, and half a cup of water in a bowl. Then you want to add a couple of tablespoons of whole juniper berries and then start mixing. You want the salt mixture to be slushy in its texture. If you need to add some more water to it, do that. When the salt mixture is done, it's now time to prepare the sea bass. And I have a beautiful 1.5 pounder here. And basically the only thing that I did to it is that I descaled it, I rinsed it, and I cut off the tail. So let's start baking this in salt. Start by slicing a lemon into thin slices, and then you want to season both sides of the lemon slices with our Big Swede BBQ Badass Seafood Food. After you season the lemon slices, place them inside the cavities of the sea bass. Next, we're going to scatter about 1/4 of the salt mix onto the cast iron pan that we're using. Then we're going to place the sea bass on top of the salt mixture. And then finally, you want to pack in and cover the whole sea bass with the rest of the salt mix. Then we're going to put this in the pizza oven and bake for about 30 minutes. You want to make sure that you rotate the cast iron pan 180 degrees every 5 minutes to make sure that the fish cook evenly. So it's been about 30 minutes now and we have a great crust over the sea bass. So it's time to open up the Pro 5 pizza oven and remove the sea bass. Now you want to remove the salt crust using a spoon and a knife. And then carefully remove the sea bass fillets. And that is how you make a salt-baked striped sea bass on the Pro 5 from WPPO. And I guess the only thing for me left to do is to try this and see what it tastes like. Oh, it smells amazing. So here we go. Oh man, this is cooked to perfection. You get that oily freshness from the fish. You get a little bit of salt from the salt crust. You get some of the good herbal notes from the seafood boost. Man, you can't fail with this recipe. It is bulletproof, and I hope you try it at home. Happy grilling. Man.